you're one of my best men. I'll let you handle this.
So yeah, if you can't tell, I really enjoyed this game a lot a few years ago. It's actually more years ago than I realized before just saying this. But yeah, like pretty much what happened was all of the footage from this video was replays that I saved with the intention of making a combo video for it, you know, or like an online, basically the video that you see right now. And basically what happened was like I had this video pretty much done, and all of a sudden the game just like died. Like people just stopped playing online, and I was like, what's going on here? Like I couldn't really, I thought like maybe a different game replaced it or something, and it wasn't really the case. It was just like people just didn't like it. Like, I had no motivation to finish this video once that happened because, like, I was just, like, depressed about it, you know? Like, I was bummed about Street Fighter V because at the time it really sucked. Like, I hated Street Fighter V back then, which I like it quite a bit now, but I still, like, just can't get over the fact that Zangief doesn't have green hand, and, like, they better give it to him in Street Fighter 6 because, like, I'm gonna be really pissed if he doesn't have it. It's just, like, I don't know. I like playing Zangief Rushdown. I don't like... That's just how I do it. I mean, he's still my main in Street Fighter V, but like, I don't like him nearly as much as I did in 4. But anyways, back to Marvel. Yeah, basically, like, the game just died. Like, right when I started to see a lot of depth and potential that like kind of took me a while to see. But I don't know. I felt like people just gave up on it, like, really quickly. And this is coming from someone that, like, I only ever tried the Time Stone. I never used any other stone in an actual match. And I don't know if I ever even tried the other stones. Like, if I did, it would only to have gotten a trophy, because I like to get 100% completion. And it was so long ago, I can't remember, but I can definitely tell you I've never used another one of the stones in battle. It was always Time Stone. And that was just because, like, the dash that it gave you, it helped Chris and Nemesis, like, so much. It was great. And also, I never really played any other character other than Chris and Nemesis. And the whole reason I'm saying that is because if I was able to get as much depth out of the game with only ever trying one stone, so, like, to imagine the possibilities with all the other stones and all the other characters I never tried, it's like, seems like there's probably a lot of possibilities, and I just really wish this game had more time. But the one thing about it mechanically that really bothered me was there was this weird, like, cap on the combos. Like, for instance, you can see, like, in this combo, when I do the super with Chris, that would typically be how you would end a combo, you know what I mean? And when he shoots this grenade, it just goes right through. And, like, on Marvel 3, that would never happen. And I know this isn't Marvel 3, but it's like, you know, you end a combo with a super, it shouldn't cut off like that. And a very similar thing would happen with Nemesis, actually. Like, if I would do this in reverse order and, like, start... It's like if you max out the combo and then end it with the super, it cuts off, you know what I mean? And it cuts off. And since I never really played the other characters, I don't know if that cap is still... I don't know if that cap exists, like, across the whole cast, or if it was only with Chris and Nemesis, but I would imagine it probably affects the whole cast, and I don't know, that's just stupid. I don't think there should ever be a cap. I think part of the problem was, like, people still loved Marvel 3, and it just didn't fully, like, live its life yet, you know? Like, people weren't really ready for a new Marvel, and it was, like, kind of dumb to go from 3 characters down to 2, and the combo system was, like, a little more simplified in MVCI. Like, I like MVC3 way better. In fact, it's probably my favorite fighting game of all time. And if I had to rank my top 3 fighting games ever, it would be, like, in no particular order. Well, yeah, Marvel's first, but it would be, like, Marvel, Street Fighter 4, and I guess, like, Capcom vs. SNK 2, or yeah, I guess that would be it. In MVC 3, the 4 characters that I played would have been Chris, Nemesis, Wesker, and Sentinel. And Sentinel wasn't in this game, like, which is just dumb. And Wesker wasn't in the game, which I, like, kind of expected just because he died in Resident Evil 5. But it's like, if you think about it that way, Nemesis is, like, so dead. He was only in 1 game, I mean. So, yeah. I think the reason Wesker didn't get in was actually probably had something to do with his voice actor, because he was probably... This is a total guess, like, I'm just guessing he probably wanted more money than they wanted to give. But, I could be very wrong on that. I really don't know why they didn't put Wesker in this game. I was really pissed about it when I first found out he wasn't in the game. I almost didn't buy the game. But Nemesis and Chris, I was like, alright, we can do it. And I loved them. I loved them both. Like, And it was to the point that I would confidently rank Chris pretty highly. Like, I mean, I don't really know how he would work with other characters, but man, there's just like so much bullshit you can do with Chris in this game, like stupid shit. Um, I tried to I tried to put in a few of the things like I can't even really remember it all. Honestly, I couldn't even remember how to play this game. Like watching this video, I have no idea how I even did half of that stuff. It's like I haven't touched this game in a long time, and it would be cool to like try to pick it up again. But it's like I would never forget how to play Marvel 3. I I could go years, I could go decades without playing that game, and it would be like yesterday. Same thing with like Super Smash Bros. Melee, and like I don't know. There's just like a few games that like I could. Street Fighter 4. That's an. I could go like forever without playing those games, and it would just be like it was yesterday. You know what I mean? But I'm pretty sure it's been way too many years for this game to make a comeback, like no matter what. Even if they started to support it again and release new characters, I just couldn't see it happening. And I actually wouldn't be surprised if we never see another Marvel game or another MVC game. I don't know, like Marvel is just not what it used to be as a company, obviously, since like Disney owns them and stuff. And they want like way too much creative control, and I'm pretty sure Capcom is just tired of it, and I honestly don't blame them. I really think what they need to do, or at least what I want to see, is one of two things. The big one, like, that would just be basically the fighting game of my dreams, would be an all Resident Evil fighting game. I'm talking a roster of like 60 plus characters, like 40 different creatures you could choose from. Oh man. Like, it's just been around so long as a series, and there's so much character variety with the humans and the monsters. It's just like, it would be a perfect fighting game. They just have like, there's so much potential. And if Capcom wouldn't do that, which I'm pretty sure they never would, I mean, I just don't think there's a big enough crossover of people that like Resident Evil and people that like fighting games. I think what would happen would be a lot of Resident Evil fans would buy it, and then they would just get like completely crushed by people like us. And then they would end up hating the game. But I do think if they wanted to, they could definitely make like a Street Fighter versus Resident Evil type of thing. It's like they could do this thing where like Bison somehow gets a hold of the T-virus, and then like everything just goes crazy in the Street Fighter universe, and like people from Resident Evil have to come and help, and it's like, oh, I could just see it. I think it would be pretty cool, but I would much rather see a full Resident Evil fighting game for sure. In fact, if I ever become a millionaire, I'm gonna pitch $1 million idea to Capcom, several million probably, but I would do it. I would say, listen, here's 5 million. I don't even, however much it takes, I have no idea. I would say, Capcom, here's the money. I want you to make this game, and it has to be exactly as I tell you. But I am somewhat excited for Street Fighter 6. I need to see what Zangief looks like and what they did with him, and it's a couple characters. Like, I hope Birdie comes back. I would really like to see Rufus again. But I think it would be funny if he had, the same voice actor, same personality and everything, but he was like super fit, like completely different body type, and his whole thing was like, whoa, I got in shape over the years. And I have to say, it was a serious missed opportunity on Capcom's part. And Street Fighter 5, some people call it Blonde Fighter 5 because there's so many blonde characters. Just think how many characters he could have mistaken for Ken Masters. It's like, it's a crime. It would have been so good. And I'd really like to see El Fuerte come back. I think Hakan would be cool. T-Hawk. I love T-Hawk. He's like probably my second favorite Street Fighter character ever. I'd like to see Oni again. I don't know. I have a lot of things I'd like to see, and that I probably won't see. This video is just like one thing in a very long list of unfinished projects that I had, and I needed to get it done. But I am going to start uploading matches from different games and talking about it and everything, so that's actually something I plan to do with this channel. And I apologize, that was like kind of all over the place, but it was unscripted, and that's probably how I'm gonna do it. I'd rather not read from a script or anything when I'm talking about this kind of stuff, unless I'm talking about specific like frame data or something like that. But oh yeah, while I'm thinking about it, a little over a year ago I made this, I have a different YouTube channel where I do instrumental covers of video game music, and I did a full soundtrack cover of the Street Fighter 2 soundtrack using a bunch of different instruments. So if you could check that out, that would be cool. I'll leave a link for that in the description, as well as my original music project, which is called Vox Electronic. But thanks for watching, I hope you liked it, and I'll talk to you next time.